We're talking Real Housewives of Potomac Season 2 Messy Games. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You bitch. This is historic.
This is very historic right here. All right, well, I'm going to be the only one dancing too. That's fine. What up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy, DJ Jesse J, here in studio for the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 2 Messy Games. And, I mean, it was just like the teacup was just overpouring. I felt like I was in Disney World, Alice in Wonderland. And that's fine, because guess what? We have a special guest host today. We got Grant Rutter in the building.
What's up,
The Housewife King here.
We're finally doing a show together, guys.
I'm so
It's
excited.
been years that we've been here, and we're finally doing
See, I
one.
don't watch like the New York ones and like that you guys are on.
OC, yeah,
I do
bitches
watch
and
OC,
Yes.
but you know, we got Tiffany Williams in the building.
What's up? Surrounded by these beautiful men. I love it.
I love it. You know what I mean? The bald and the beautiful Richie Skye.
Like that.
I like it. It's gonna be my new Instagram handle.
The bald and the beautiful. All right, guys. So Messy Games. Let's just jump into it. From last week, everyone was over at Monique's game night.
One of her 4 houses.
No, just one of them. Actually, really funny. Me and Grant were watching. We were fast forwarding it, and as we just randomly play. In the middle of Monique, the first thing she says is, "My house."
My house. All right. Yep. What else
Should be
you
a
got?
drinking game, right? Every time she says that.
Every time she talks about her house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This game night was so low rent. This house and everything in the backyard that was set up was such like trying so hard to be like a Vanderpump trying to party. They had the party planner come in. They had those big stumps on the tabletops.
But it was none of the stuff that they were actually looking at the
Right.
first
No,
time.
and it didn't have any ambiance. They could have just, it was the side yard, right? It wasn't even the backyard.
And not
It
only
was a
that, but you
side
guys are
yard
playing
party.
poker on, like, that is like a table from Walmart. Like,
Oh, yeah. It's
the
a straight up
folding
card, like
table.
a card table. It shakes when you move it.
So it was a
I'm
very
like, sorry, Chris is too
pedestrian.
big to be up on here.
Right?
Yeah.
She was huge.
This show in general is trying so hard, and it's just so low rent to me. All these events that they do are just like.
But I really actually believe that these women have these events. Like the other ones, like on Atlanta, I'm like, y'all would not really be doing this shit.
No.
But I believe these women are just bored, old, and
Yeah.
like Karen really
The best we can do.
Just Karen been in that house since the 90s, just putting on these events in her house,
Yeah.
and you know, Ray just be like, we just gonna let her, you know, handle that. All right, but so
Oh,
Monique
Lord.
goes to the driveway where Giselle, Ashley, Robin, and Charisse are hanging out. Charisse was crying, and then Giselle starts talking about Monique. I said Monique. That was the Love and Hip Hop slip right there. She's explaining how long-winded Monique is, and Monique was upset with that. But I did love how she came out and she was like, "No, what's really going on?"
Yeah, I like how Ashley was like, "We're just welcoming Charisse." It's like so fake.
Which was true.
It was true.
It was like the first truthful thing that happened that evening. She's like, we're just consoling a friend.
No, because they
Monique,
went
no.
to the
Monique
front.
probably had one of those little baby monitors outside. She heard her name, so she decided to come running out there because
She
she
was
didn't have a
running
spy
in.
outside
Right,
to check
she
on
did.
them.
Little vibrator.
Who has a spy at their own home?
Two.
Yeah, one,
She
two,
took
one inside,
multiple
one out.
spies
the
at at one of their 4 homes for like just to listen to see what the guests are
Well,
saying.
Richie, maybe
Who
this is
says
a
that? Who
four-home
does
third
that?
world problem. Okay,
Exactly.
like clearly Monique is a part of the Illuminati and knows everything that's going on. But she was really upset, and she said, "I don't deal with the BS." And Robin says, "Well, we don't want Giselle to leave." She's like, "Well, I don't want her to leave." Girl, bye. You told
Oh,
her
yeah.
to leave.
You didn't want her to be here.
Did you
Right.
notice that Robin, Giselle, and the other one, Ashley, they all were like trying to hold in a laugh at the end of last week's episode and the beginning of this one, up until they all went their separate ways. They were having some type of moment where they knew that this was
In
a
the
setup.
drive-thru?
Yeah.
The
I
drive-thru.
went back, I looked at it again, and when Robin walked away after she like squared off with the other one, which I know we'll get to, she was trying to control her laughter. So to me, it was really fake.
Well,
The
yeah,
whole
especially
thing.
how she said bye to Giselle. It was just kind of like, "All right, Superwoman." Like,
Yeah, I caught that, and I was like, really? Like they didn't even try to like do a reshoot. Or
No,
anything?
were they laughing at Monique or were they just laughing in general?
I think they
Because-
were
Bad
laughing how
edit.
crazy Monique. Oh, I thought it was how
It's
crazy
so-
Monique came and was like, "Y'all talking about me like
Yeah,
that.
came with the wind. Why did she go? Was she being petty, you guys, or should she have let it go?
She was being petty.
Monique?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is being
You know-
petty.
you know
because
what I
Giselle's
always
being
wondered,
petty,
though?
So she like,
Have you ever noticed when like a group of housewives are having a moment and one housewife might be somewhere else, she comes running over to see what it's all about?
Right.
I wonder, do the producers say
Yeah,
you better get
hell
over there,
yeah, hell yeah.
or does she take it upon herself to say, you know what, I see action happening.
Boy,
Let me
bye.
go get in the
No.
camera.
This is
I think
not
she did
season-
that on her
It's
own.
all control. They tell you, you know, you gotta come in at this, like, you know, when they go in those cars, these black cars, and they have like a, you know, like a, what do they
Little
call them?
walkies.
Yeah, walkies. Like, all right, you're good. It's all
Okay,
clear.
Or
but
they say-
she was a little trigger happy though, and
That's why- I
that
feel like she
side
was.
that side patio was right next to the driveway. I don't know how big that fourth house is, but it was right next
that
to
was
the
an
driveway.
Airbnb. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed at all by that house.
But
the
that's
setup,
her in-between
nothing.
house. Because when she gets this $4.75
Oh,
million
Yeah.
house
No,
by the
that house.
looking like a cabin.
Yeah, that's a step up.
I'm not really buying
Ditch the
that
fish tanks,
storyline.
though.
What, you don't think they're
I
going to
think
move
that's
into that
just
house?
for the show.
Well, they signed a document.
Yeah.
Who needs a fourth house that costs that much money?
No, you need a fifth house.
Fifth
I
house.
wonder,
Fifth
though-
house.
But this house gets you on a show called Real Housewives of Potomac.
But
That's what I'm
Robin
saying.
doesn't live in Potomac with her
Well,
apartment.
None of them really do.
When you got the coins,
Well, that, and Andy's like, well, I feel bad to kick Robin. So
well, it actually
she can
suits
drive all
Robin
the
to
way.
not have a big
That's
house
a
right
whole
now.
other subject.
But doesn't Ashley
Yeah.
live in like DC somewhere? She's not even in Maryland.
Well,
I don't know what
you know,
Ashley's
it's
team
kind of
is.
like this though. I don't know why people do this with DC because I do it too sometimes, but it's the equivalent of like some of the Atlanta housewives living in Decatur.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like,
So like how Portia no, is it Portia? Yeah, Portia
Yeah.
lives so far away from the rest of the
or
Okay.
like Erica Jane living in Pasadena.
Pasadena, not-
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's
okay.
kind of like the same area.
All right, yeah,
But
yeah, I
it
get
does give a different feeling. If you
Right.
say that you live in DC, that's not Potomac.
showing.
It really is.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
distinct difference. So I mean, it's a good catch.
All right, gotcha.
Monique finished it out with, "Look, my outlook on you is not good." Okay, girl, clearly, like that's why you're here, like, and you bothered. So I was like, all right, well, I'm out, and so she deuced out.
Who won?
Also awkward.
Who won?
Yeah.
Who won that
In
round?
their head, they both won. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like Monique. I don't think Monique cares, and then Giselle don't care really either. So it's just kind of like
I
Monique's
guess they
like,
both
just
look
leave.
silly, right?
They look crazy. They both.
Giselle's too old to
Giselle-
be acting like a kid.
Honestly, Giselle gives me a little bit of Phaedra tea, and not to that extent, but it's just like, Giselle, you too old to be letting you want to bother this girl. You really just want to
yeah.
I
ruffle
think
her
Giselle
feathers.
is trying.
I think that Giselle knows that her presence bothers her.
Yeah, no, and she
she just
loves
kind
it.
of
She loves that.
lords it over her.
Oh, yeah.
I do feel like Monique, on the other hand, is trying, as we see later, I think she's trying a little too hard to prove something
But I also
to
I think,
herself.
I think
Yeah.
all these women are trying to. I think Charisse is trying way too hard.
Oh,
Look,
brother.
Giselle,
God.
this is an audition tape to get on Atlanta for me when I watch her trying to come up with these one-liners and all
Right.
this.
It's so true.
That
You
is
agree?
true, that's
Okay,
true,
good.
that's
Yeah,
true.
I'm just
Can you
watching
imagine?
her.
Giselle's like, I can't deal with the ladies of Potomac. I'm moving to Atlanta.
Exactly.
No.
Season.
The way she carries herself, and it's,
No.
all those things, those,
Taking
those
Phaedra's place.
Need a spot, open
those
spot.
carefully rehearsed one-liners.
Word on the street is, I'm word on the street.
Can she get us another
That ain't, what
tagline,
that ain't
please?
what Mama Joyce saying. In Atlanta. Can we
Mama
also-
Joyce is doing more work than Giselle's doing in Potomac.
She got
sure.
that restaurant, and maybe Ashley need to call Mama Joyce because that restaurant seemed to be doing pretty
There you
well. Awkward moment. Did you guys see Hank?
Call Johnny.
Do not do that. Well, apparently he worked for $2.30.
That's why I said it.
Free labor
Get you
almost.
some free labor.
Awkward situation when Charisse was at the party in the backyard, and Hank, your pickup line to Charisse was, "Let me meet the partner I almost never had." That's fucking awkward.
Okay, even more awkward was if as the camera panned backwards, you could see her visibly sliding away from it.
It's so
I picked
like,
that.
but people really don't care. Like, people really be bold with these pickup lines, yo.
Yeah.
I literally was at a fish dish today, and a man just
I love fish dish.
It's so bomb. A man just walks up in there and says, moves in front of me as I'm ordering, and was like, "Ma'am, are you married?"
Oh my god.
She was like, "No."
That's not even a pickup
He's
line.
like, "Can I give you my number?" She's like, "No." I thought it was on a reality. I was like,
What
"Wait,
would
is
you
that
do?"
Real?
Was she working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fish
God.
dish, like right with that apron. I was like, you better be pulling in that apron, girl.
Wow.
Sheldon came. That made me really happy that we got to see Sheldon.
He was thrilled to be on camera.
Oh, every time.
Oh, he was so happy. They were all here. There were cameras here. Let's go.
I can stand to see a lot less of Sheldon and a lot more of Sharice's new assistant.
Oh, yes. What's
Right?
his name? Andrew. And
That was
Gregory.
definitely an
Gregory.
upgrade.
I wrote it down somewhere.
like
But
it.
why I do
Yeah.
like Sheldon is because out of every gay boy that ever goes on these shows, they always try to like pull up. I feel like Sheldon is always that. Like wherever Sheldon goes, that is who Sheldon is.
He looks like he's a ball of fun.
Yeah, you know, just like little too much.
Yeah,
like,
little
I'll
too
probably-
much.
fun. A gumball of fun.
A gumball.
A little too into the gowns. You know, I'm like, I don't know.
Bad gowns.
Do you wear them? So
Not
Ashley,
me.
what did you guys think when Ashley started talking about Juan and, to Karen? Like, what
Here we go
producers in
again.
your
Yeah.
ear at that point?
Oh.
Like, do you think at this point in the season, like, they have earbuds that they're like just?
I'm thinking that Ashley is actually concerned now.
You get concerned by what?
Hold on. Can we just say?
I get glee. I
Can we
get
just-
like
Young
little
and-
bash.
When
Young
she
and
walked up to
dumb.
Juan, I was like, bitch, you would get
Yeah.
get plowed right here.
Can we just say that no one walked into Oz and said anything to her about Juan? That was a story producer. It's so obvious to me.
That was produced.
When all these
Or-
housewives, they do. Oh, someone told me. I found out. I got word from someone. Who'd you get word from? Prove it, because it's never proven. You know what I mean? It's a
Right.
definite producer going. Why don't you talk about Juan? Because Robin's not doing anything.
Right.
what is-
Robin's not going to talk about her situation.
Robin's
so they're
literally
like-
doing nothing on the show.
In
Again.
this case, though,
I
it's,
like her.
it's not
Her
hard to
couch.
believe that people are talking about one
That's
and
what I
him
was about to
sleeping
say.
with other women. Like, if you work at a restaurant, you probably have seen one of his mistresses. Like, that probably
no one
happens.
goes to that restaurant.
Right, that's true. Well, she probably got it from the
Arlo.
waitress, right? The only other people in the
I get your
restaurant.
point. I see where you're going.
Okay, but her trying to make him dance, like,
No, that honestly, like
Simmer
that is
down,
like,
girl.
I can tell you've been crying and you need some.
Okay, but why did Juan say no? Is it because A, he can't dance, B, he's not feeling Robin like that?
No, B, because I feel like it's because he is well aware of what Ashley is. I feel like him and Robin have had a conversation about some of the girls. Like, I just felt like the way he was reacting to Ashley was like, bitch, you better stop touching my arm.
Right.
It was a
like,
hard no from Juan.
Yeah.
I just felt like he was annoyed by
Yeah.
her more than anything else. Like, what you doing?
But I just think that's because he's uncomfortable in the public eye and dancing and coming out of his show.
And it's also like they don't know
Just
what
think
their
he's a
relationship
douchebag.
is. So it's kind of like, bitch, why are you over
Yeah.
here trying to fix it? Like, this isn't Love Connection. That's another Bravo show. Sorry.
I don't like the way Juan be looking at Robin. Like, I'm not even in their marriage, but I'm just saying the way, I mean, even on camera, like, I just don't like the way he be looking at her.
I
Like,
hated
it's
that
just
How does
interview.
he look at
disrespectful
her?
to me. Like,
Show me.
Oh, that
Do me.
interview.
I'm
Go ahead,
Robin.
be
I'm Robin.
one.
okay, so say something to me.
Juan loves the kids.
That's
Not
how he
even
be look, you know what I'm
interested,
saying?
right?
It's just like,
Oh, but he's supposed to be ready to propose to her.
Right.
According to her, they're getting
so
ready to
you
get
are
back
just
together.
as confused as Ashley.
I'm confused too.
Because she over here talking about, then she said to little Ashley, she said, Juan and I are not married. He can see whoever he wants.
Okay, so in that moment, I almost felt like she was trying to save face.
That's what I was
It
saying.
wasn't even about like this is what's true or not. It was
Right.
just that you bringing this up right now, which is, and I think for Robin is like, this is real life stuff that you're talking about right now. He's sitting right there. I'm not gonna react like this in front of you, even though she's probably shook in her
What
her
do you
mind.
think is actually going on in her mind, though? Is she pissed? Does she already know?
I
Does
think
she
she,
even
yeah,
care?
I think
said
she
she
is
did.
scared to break up the family dynamic that she has right now.
But what do you do? How do you feel when people keep coming at you left and right saying you're man?
But is that anybody's?
That's not
but
enough.
is that one? Is it anybody's business at that
Exactly.
point? Like, first of all, Ashley, we can sit in here and talk about the shit that's going on in your life because, girl, you over here spending $4.something million and you can't even keep it afloat. So my thing is you're so concerned talking about, you know, you may not take consideration from someone who may be on the outside. Well, bitch, I'm on the outside of your restaurant and that shit's failing. And y'all ain't gonna have no babies. You ain't gonna have a marriage next year. So don't worry about my man who can't throw spices on his fucking burgers. Like, I'm dealing, like she said, I'm dealing with it. I don't have a plan. Like, and I think it's
I'm
a
with you.
conversation for Giselle and Charisse to have with her, not like
Right,
Ashley.
a friend.
It's really no one's business at all, though. At all. There's 2 kids involved. Who cares? She doesn't like change. I can tell that from her. She's someone that would rock her world if she had to have 2 separate places. They'd be together anyway. She even said later on about the money. Just why split it, which I get.
that felt so
Now that
real to
makes
me at that
sense.
moment because I was like,
Sorry, I meant to jump.
no, I mean it was that felt very real. Like, and it kind of
Right.
explained to me why she probably doesn't want to rock the boat with that situation.
100%.
I looked up
Ain't
to
nobody
see-
got time for that or money for that.
But at the same time, like, you can't be doing, Robin, like, you can't be doing certain things. Like, the camp, you personally may have to let the camp go and let that be Juan's thing, because why are you going on a radio show? That was awkward.
You need to focus on Robin.
Right.
And
I
on the
think that's the problem, because she even said she did every single thing for him as his wife,
And it was beautiful,
sounds
and I love
she's
you,
still
and-
doing every
yeah.
single thing for him.
She still is. But, I mean, it looks like the radio hosts were just as confused as everyone else is because they didn't know how to introduce her.
They
at
were looking
first.
like we are.
Yeah.
And it's like, Juan don't want her to have no shine.
No, he didn't even
basketball, he's like, I
acknowledge
mean,
her.
she alright, but like,
Yeah. She doesn't know any better. Didn't he move in with her and her parents
Yeah.
after his parents passed? So it's like she doesn't know any better. That's the only world she knows. And it's unfortunate though. Like she's got these 2 young kids that will forever put her in that box because she'll never want to break up that dynamic.
And
I don't envy her, but she's got to have a moment where she's like, all right, what are we doing?
I feel like we're leading to that moment.
Yeah, I hope
hoping.
so for her. Yeah.
I
hoping.
hope so.
I
I
really
looked up-
hope so.
that's a lot of
Because
hope.
it seems
I
like,
looked up.
I mean, it is a very clever plot as we are pacing along the season
Right.
Yeah.
to see where they end up next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel like she is one of many women, though, that just stay for money reasons, and they stay in these situations because they just don't want drastic change. I can relate someone in my own life who just puts up with it because it's just easier to do that.
Yep.
But they don't realize that's not the easiest route.
Right.
Is make a change.
Well, you
And it's
know.
it's
but it's
so
like they
hard.
say,
Charisse
the
did it.
better the devil you know than the
Yup.
one you don't.
I looked up to see if she was a Taurus because they're hard to make changes and they're very stuck in their ways. She's an Aries, so not that it makes any sense. I don't even
they're-
care about astrology, but I was just curious.
They tend to be emotional, Aries, and kind of grounded.
Interesting.
just
But
curious.
Are they
Charisse
grounded? I heard
stuck,
they're very flighty.
Charisse
An air
stuck
sign,
in a
right?
relationship. Giselle probably stayed longer than she would have wanted to. She's surrounded by women that identify with what she's doing. And when you're not the breadwinner, you sacrifice comfort. So
It is a true to life what I think a real housewife faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I feel like
It's-
a lot of women will be able
Yeah.
to identify with that story.
especially a baller wife.
Oh yeah.
Honey. All right, so Giselle met up with Cal. They do their little makeup test, which I was just like, what, did you put oil on his face? Because I didn't see.
It was sheer.
I just wanted some of that granola they were eating.
It did look good, actually. I was like, all right, she one of those friends. Like, she pays for the bill. And she was like, but you will be ordering what I'm ordering. So we'll take 2 of the granola. So they shaded everything. The party, which they called Thanksgiving dinner. The house.
Potatoes.
The potatoes.
No salt
No, or pepper.
or pepper.
Bitch, what? It was,
She didn't even eat anything.
Did Juan cook? Like,
I don't think she was there long enough to
No,
eat.
she wasn't.
they were too busy looking at the fish tank.
Have
in the
y'all ever been
kitchen.
kicked out of a party?
No, but I've thrown people out of my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
Exciting.
Never.
I'm coming to your next.
It always happens.
No, I've been
It
kicked out of
always
a
happens.
club, but-
I've been kicked out of
Yeah.
a bar. It wasn't because of me though.
No, it wasn't me. I stuck up for
know.
girls.
I felt
it was
bad.
actually an AfterBuzz Christmas party.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Project LA. were you at that one?
Was that in downtown Hollywood?
Yeah.
That one, yeah, I was there for that. Well, that ended at
bro-
like 10:30 at night though for us, and then other people came
Oh,
in.
did you leave after that? It was like
No, I
World Star
stayed because
Hip Hop.
then
I
it
thought
got
was
yeah,
gonna
because
be
then
on.
it got like it was like our party blended with like the public.
club.
Yeah, and then at that point I was like, okay.
And then it
Okay,
turned
what
into
were
a Real
you doing
Housewives
though?
episode.
You were like ripping your
Yeah.
shirt off and dancing on the table.
No,
We were talking about the host.
Huh? No, there were females from AfterBuzz, and the security guard was messing with them and being provocative to one of them, and I was under the influence of magic juice, and I was like, "Sir, you ain't gonna talk to nobody like that." And then he threatened me, and it turned into a little push-shove thing, and then all of AfterBuzz was behind me, and it was like a World Star Hip Hop video, and I was like, "Oh my god, I was involved in like a thing."
Outside in
God.
Hollywood
And
Boulevard.
And then they kicked me out, and I was like,
Where were the cameras?
Yes.
Oh, no, we didn't need none of that.
You're the new Giselle.
Giselle wants Charisse and Robin to be happy without a man, so she's trying to think of a little plot. So then we see Charisse gown shopping when she's pissed off because Ashley shows up late.
already
Now-
starting off on the wrong
She was
foot.
mad before she got there.
Look,
But I think the late part just was like,
Oh yeah, icing on the
These
cake.
two girls would never go bite. There's no purpose of her going gown shopping. It's such a ploy. It's so
Actually, I don't
stupid.
know. Because
Yeah.
Ashley and Sheldon are probably around the same age.
What does that have to do with Sheldon?
Like, I could see. Sharice
Oh, I don't
clearly
mean
likes-
about ages. I just mean like her having like this guise of we need to go dress shopping because
Well,
it's charity
Charisse
season.
loves her gowns.
And
she
she
has
tried
a
on
closet
one dress.
full.
Ashley was Miss DC.
Yeah, it makes sense. I
Yeah,
see
but-
where they were going with that.
I know, but the idea
I
of
mean,
them
it
going
could've been
dress shopping
Katie.
is just, it's like, here, we're going to set this up. You guys are going to go shopping. Like, you really wouldn't have if it wasn't for the show. is
Right.
what
No,
I'm
of
saying.
course. And none of these women would be
It's,
friends.
oh, yeah. It's
If
all
it
so
wasn't-
phony.
I kept wishing that Katie was there.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Just in that scene right there.
She's Miss DC. Well, I was on a magazine cover that nobody's read before.
I still can't get over that Casino Royale.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
how trashy was
I was
that?
like, that magazine is like one of those magazines that you get at the front of like a hotel lobby, like, and you're like, "What's this?"
Yep.
Inside Potomac, like,
It's the hotel magazine.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
For the neighborhood.
Oh, that was the saddest party I think I've ever seen
Casino
on
Royale.
television.
Oh yeah, with those fold-out chairs. And
yeah, honestly.
Uh,
So Cherie said, "Ashley, I think you're being messy." Ashley gets offended and said, "It wasn't about you." She said, "It was about Robin, and you shouldn't have been involved." Bitch, you bringing it up. You pulling Karen to the side. Like, how is nobody gonna bring up their opinion because you're bringing it up to every... I'm just confused.
doesn't she know
Charisse-
how this works?
Charisse was pissed. First of all, Ashley was making some very pointed suggestions about her body. She's too short for that dress. She's too.
She was.
Yeah, like she was getting hot. So when she blew up, it was so like expected.
I mean, but honestly, there was too much material on that dress.
Yeah,
like, the
it
dress
did.
was actually cute, but then around the ankles with the quinceanera flappo
Didn't work for her
mermaid
at all.
thing, like, I was like,
Yeah, but Ashley, you know, she kept
was
going.
being a little much.
She
But that's who she
was
is.
poking the bear.
But I feel like she
Yeah.
was angry. Was she angry too? Did she come a little salty herself?
Because they know what when they get a phone call and they're like, the car's gonna pick you up at this time. It's like, shit, what the
It's
fuck?
about to
am
go
I
down.
getting
Don't
in
wear
my-
your
Yeah,
heels because
yeah.
you're
You
gonna
pull
fight
up, it's
today.
like, dress shopping. What's this about?
Yeah.
Poor Gilda had no idea what was happening. Gilda wanted to sell a dress.
Why they
at
fight
the-
in my shop?
So I don't get to sell?
Poor girl.
I don't know. Ashley, I feel
gonna
like
find
Ashley holds her own as always, even when she's in the wrong.
She takes some low
Oh,
blows
like-
too.
All you do is cry. It's like you have this cloud over you. She's depressed. Bitch, and you just keep rubbing it in her face. 4 years. 4 years. Just walking all over you. Depressed cloud. All you do is cry. Like,
All right, little girl. That's all she
I know.
had.
How long
that
are
was
they
all
gonna keep
she
calling her
had.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
like
I
They're
Ashley.
gonna
like
have to come up
Ashley.
with something else.
I like Ashley, and I don't care for Charisse, so I enjoyed this scene. I can't get behind Charisse. I don't
Okay.
know what it's too phony.
I
for me.
do wish that Charisse didn't make this comment because I was just like, girl, talk about the babies and hope that they still float
Oh.
upstream. I was just like, because it was too late. If she had threw
Yeah.
that in
You
with
know,
the
see,
rest
here's
of the
the
shit,
thing,
Yeah,
though.
I agree.
I was here for the comment. So, but when Ashley
was
said,
the
I'm sorry, what you say? You should have repeated it
Yep.
the same way you said it. Don't edit
Yes.
it. If you really want to be a bat, say it. Say it how you said it before.
100%.
Thank you,
Like, I don't
Charisse.
ever back down. Even if you are wrong,
You know, she's,
don't ever back down.
she's a
No, yeah,
lover,
because-
not a fighter, and she didn't want to stoop to that level.
But she
Ashley,
did.
Ashley
She-
drug
Well,
her
no, but
down.
once you go to that level,
You
Yeah.
stay there.
Hun, yeah, you have to stand
If
there.
I'm,
Or-
if
or
I'm
your
gonna jump
word
in the
isn't
mud,
shit, or your
we're
word
gonna
isn't
go all
shit.
the way.
Rewind to Phaedra
Yeah.
Parks on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Look, girl, all you had to say was, look, this show is boring, and I wanted to spice this shit up. I don't fuck with that bitch no more. I'm sorry, Portia, I had to drag you, but you know who I am, Shady Faith. Like, own
That's
it.
what I'm saying. If you own it, you come out looking way
Yeah,
better.
because
Yeah.
it's like, now you look crazy.
Don't
Exactly.
backtrack. Don't backtrack.
I'm sorry, Charisse.
Charisse.
Why did fight in my store?
She lost that one.
Did she lose?
Just because of that, to me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She had the upper hand because she was, standing up. I'm about to fuck you up. It was all that.
Like,
she
in
had
the
some
Game of
good
Shade,
lines.
Yeah.
Ashley won. Ashley walked out confident.
in the game of shade, but I felt like Charisse was justified in putting
Well,
Ashley
Jesus
in
Christ
her
ain't
place.
watching
No,
Real
she
Housewives
was
of
Like, she
Potomac,
justified.
needs
girl.
She
to
was
like
justified.
work on her, like, cause I don't know, Ashley's starting to get on my nerves a little bit.
No, I mean, she's one of the. It's like a gnat.
She's like a gnat. You want to like
Yeah,
smack her.
yeah.
Like you feel like since God put them on earth, there is a purpose for them. So you just like whatever. I'm just gonna kill them.
Right.
Giselle meets up with Charisse with with Gregory, the assistant. Hey, Gregory, you just a man of many hats.
Get it, Gregory.
He's doing everything.
Hey, Greg.
I see you.
I will give Charisse the champagne room was cute. Like the picture.
That's
the
what I
photo.
said.
Wherever
Yes.
Pinterest page she pulled that from.
Exactly.
I'm
That's-
here for it.
I just thought it had no personality. Like,
I just think it's
bland.
First of all, compared to the rest of our house, I'm like, you're gonna have your house look like 1954, and then you walk into like
One-
the Kardashians.
100% with a to the floor chandelier. And the rest
Glass
of, yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, so that's why I said that's how I know that's not what the champagne room is going to
See?
look like, because you don't have
Y'all
that
have
style.
not been
Right.
listening. This is the new Charisse. This is Shasha.
This is Shasha.
This is not Eddie's wife.
No,
That's
this
true.
is gonna be this is what they're gonna call the barefoot Moscato room, because that it ain't gonna be no one's
The
champagne.
It's gonna be Moet.
You know, then she's running around the house saying, "Oh, he doesn't know, but we're gonna redo this room next." I feel like she's setting herself up to lose everything.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, you know, it's in her mind. She's like gonna keep improving the house and adding value to it.
How does
when
that
the
make
floor
sense?
is gonna open up from under her, she's not gonna lose everything
my God.
because that,
Oh wait,
you
I
know,
was
She's going straight to hell.
no, but I worry about her. She's spending money like this. She should be having a private account and saying,
Right.
"Oh, this is for the renovations," and then just shovel a bunch of money into a
Right.
place because she's gonna have to have a rainy day. I hate to say it.
Maybe
But
that's
when
what
that
she's
I'm
doing.
sure
marriage
she's
ends-
gonna get
Maybe that's what she's
something
doing. She will.
quite substantial
But will
when
it-
that happens.
she
I feel
will.
like she's doing it to rub it in her man's face.
But will she be able to live up to the same standards? She'll be fine. She can afford like a small house somewhere else. But is she going to be able to have that beautiful
No.
backyard
She
and drive it
taking care of
around
those
in the range?
kids.
No.
It depends if she find another retired baller or something.
At this age?
Oh, and
Ooh.
go to them AARP meetings. Girl. Never
I think
know.
she'll be okay though.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
do.
know.
No, she's in person. She's real cute. Like she pulled together. She was tight. I was like, all right, girl, Charisse, you better do that. You know, we're just seeing the sad. You know what I mean? Like when you're going through like a sad phase,
Yeah.
you get like the puffy eyes and you're
Yeah.
just looking crazy. You can. I mean, she really be out here on camera with no makeup sometimes. Like I'm like, oh dang, girl, like you really just came up
Yeah.
to the barbecue.
I feel like anytime they go to film, like you need a whole makeup squad. I mean, I know you got it, so it's
Well,
like,
it's
okay,
still
come
early.
ready.
Fourth season.
get on. No,
You
girl,
right.
you can get
Fourth season is
You
when
get
they
on
do
Craigslist
that.
and
I
find
feel like,
some
yo,
boy.
I
Many
feel like
weeks look the
the
best.
first day
First day.
I saw myself looking crazy. Never again.
And not only that, but like, look, if these bitches on Bad Girls Club can go on their first day beat as hell, like the bitches from the Housewives can afford it.
I think Giselle is paying for it.
Although
Probably.
yes,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
can
would.
tell ya. Her hair's always
If
like,
you smart,
laid
you
out.
gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of paying for it, I'm here for Giselle's new house. I thought it was
liked
cute.
it. I hadn't really gotten to
Interesting
see
Interesting
it.
floor plan, but from what it looked
But
like,
I kind of
was-
liked it.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember it either.
I only remember because we.
I
How
peeped
did I
because
miss this?
Charisse mentioned it when she walked
Yeah.
in, I think.
It was
something
when
like that.
Charisse went to her house, and they met up with Robin.
Okay, at the end.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
No, it looked nice. It was a nice light.
Oh no, actually no, that was at
They went to
Charisse's
Charisse's
house.
house, but
Yeah.
Charisse came to Giselle's
to
house
go
to
plan the
sit
meeting.
and have
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
sparkling water.
Or no, she didn't because she had to meet with the fitness trainer later.
Yeah.
Okay, placed, yes.
Got it.
All right, so Giselle and Charisse, they're talking about Ashley and Giselle. You know, how did you feel to Robin? How did you feel when Ashley said that he's sleeping with half of Maryland? It's like,
Well,
she
he didn't say half. She didn't say half.
Hey, damn.
Just
That
a
was
quarter.
a dig a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, all right, now you're just jerking me around and playing games. Like, if you're really a friend, you come at me straight up and you really be feeling for me. You wouldn't try to be like, let's come up with
So
a TV line.
how should it have went down then?
Well, real, just been like, you know, how do you feel about what was said? You don't have to be like exaggerating all this stuff if you're
Maybe
really a
Ashley
friend.
did say that
To them?
and we just didn't see that
Yeah.
part.
They
You
would
know
have
what I'm
used
saying?
that. That's
yeah,
a hot line.
it's a real hot line.
I don't know. There
That's
was so much material that night.
There was. But that's
I
like
guess,
a
more
that's a
material than-
preview line.
Right.
Yeah,
Slept with half of Maryland.
exactly.
Damn, half, girl. Like that's a whole state.
But it was definitely more than one or two. We know that.
Did you guys think it was appropriate conversation? Because Robin seemed a little irritated. Did you think Robin got something out of it at the end, or still was just kind of like, why is this gonna be my storyline all year?
I think that if it was a real conversation, I think that it's like, you've talked to your friends about these types of situations before, and they don't get it when you first say it. They don't get it the third time or the 10th time sometimes.
Right.
But in the back of their mind, they never forget it. They never forget it.
I think something resonated with her by the end of it,
Yeah.
but she was visibly annoyed at first, as she has been every time this is brought up. But they kept hammering her, which I'm glad they didn't let up. And that's what friends do.
She said, "Do I need to be fixed for what?" so I can get the answers to your questions. Bitch, they're their questions because you've been questioning it, bringing it up to your friends. So that's why they're concerned.
Yeah, because what you're saying is completely different from what we're seeing and what is being said about
Which
you.
makes you questionable.
Which makes you very
She
questionable.
just straight up doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
so
that's
she's
just-
just doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Dear, yep.
Yeah, she's just doing nothing.
Which, in and of itself, is an action.
Yep. Ooh.
I guess, yeah.
Speak on and all right, let's talk about Karen and Ray. Karen meet up.
Who are still on a completely different show.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Like HGTV, I'm telling you, this is the spinoff right here. Just pick them and pluck them.
I
Fuck the
love
Kardashian thing with the real estate agent. Like, fuck that. This is where we need Karen Huger.
I
I'm
love
here
it.
for it. Wendy is so over Karen. 100%.
Totally.
Karen will not allow her to have. So apparently she wanted to sell the house for $2 million. Now they're at 1.8, which Wendy's still looking like, girl, where?
Yeah.
She said we're gonna have to let the bottom feeders in.
Oh,
And-
that was all you had
And
to
they
say.
did.
That's all you had to
They
say.
sure
to her.
did.
And by bottom feeders, we mean Atlanta casting.
Yes, exactly.
This looks a little dated, girl. Your hair looks dated.
Okay, I
Everything
was
about
like,
you is dated right
Who
now.
are
sorry.
these actors
I'm
that
sorry.
they have brought in to
Sir,
view this
take
house?
the Sean John polo off
Exactly.
of
Because
you.
you're not buying this house.
I thought that was like a mother-son, and then I was like, oh no, that's like some like weird couple. Like, there's no way, just the way, and I don't mean to be like rude or anything, but the way they were like analyzing the house was like word for word what they were interviewing Karen about, but it
Right.
also was what people of a certain income level would not say at a house viewing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Well,
the
yeah.
chandelier. If
Actors.
you can afford a $2 million house, you ain't worried about the chandelier because it's gonna be gone as soon as you get the fuck in the house.
She's
Right.
like, oh, chandeliers are newer now. They have different things on them.
Girl, what are you in IKEA? Like,
Yeah, that's what the producers gave her. This one paragraph to say over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
point
whole
out
time.
this. You have to make a big deal about the kitchen. I'm
it's
like,
dated.
Just
Just
say
really
those
push that it's
lines.
dated.
ask about renovations. I like though that they kept poor Karen. She can't win at this because they were like, "That's not real marble," and she's like, "It's just so me. The house is just so." So it's all like not real.
Right.
They
love
like
Karen,
zoom in
though.
on the dishwasher. It's like it's like white, but then the buttons are a little like stained yellow
Oh
because
yeah,
it's just old.
like
I mean,
1991.
do the
1990s.
realtor really have to say it's not real marble?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
felt like that. Okay, girl, are you
yeah,
trying to sell this
kinda
house?
do actually.
I wouldn't have said it on camera. I don't think I would
Okay,
have.
well,
That's
you're
true.
nice. See,
I wouldn't
know,
have.
right?
Not on the
Yeah.
camera.
Well, but these are actors who
Yes.
were hired for the
I
scene.
mean, true.
So that
Maybe
it
we
was
need
in
to
the
bring
script.
Karen back down to earth a little bit because her expectations
I'll just
are
bring
too
her
high.
sister back.
I love it. Karen is calculated extra,
Yeah.
and
Right.
that's how I am with my friends. Like, I can turn it on and turn it off and be like a little over the top and overbearing, but then I know when I'm with new people, I can't be like that because they'll take me too seriously.
Yeah.
I've learned this over the years, so I know I'm there for Karen. And if you want to know what I'm thinking, just see what she's saying in the show because she's like my voice on that show. I love her.
Seriously, she said, "I want the new tenants to be classy." Bitch, you gonna accept whoever gonna pay for this shit? 'cause
Exactly.
Otherwise, you gonna be
Exactly.
out. I don't do open houses. I don't want neighbors walking around it. I'd
blame her.
rather if you're gonna come to my house, you're gonna have dinner. You're gonna have dinner with. Would you have had dinner with the fucking meet the
no.
Franklins over here?
How about like
What
a
else?
Coldwell Banker sign in the front of the
No
house?
signs. No signs. No bottom
Girl,
feeder.
like,
She's a
is
client
your
from
house on the
hell.
black market?
Right.
Like, I'm just like,
Do you want to sell this house? I don't think she
Does
does.
she
That's
realize
a-
that she's in trouble? This house has been up. They already did a reduction in price. Like, she's on like the shit list with this house. She has to watch herself if she wants to make any money. She should
honestly
take anybody.
put it on HGTV. Like, please. I just want people to just come, let them film it, and have your commentary. I'm just really, honestly, I'm gonna really try and push for that because. Ernest, let's go. Keep it moving. We need Karen on the show. All right, so what do we get from that? Let's go to Monique and Chris with Pastor Chad.
Oh, this Monique. You know, I still haven't forgiven her for rapping at the Willard. That Willard. I can't. If you now you
Suck
go
it,
with that
MCs.
is that really something? Or are we sold that the Willard is something?
With something.
Because I was like, you know, when they have to explain it like 3 times, like, oh, it's high tea at the Willard. No one behaves that way. I'm like, it's not like the Beverly Hills Hotel that we all know of. And that Willard to me, I don't mean to
See,
jump
but
up.
here's
Beverly
the
Hills is
thing.
on
Here's the
another
thing.
level.
That Willard, what was that?
The environment, because of where they were in DC, it's kind of a political spot.
Right.
So because of that, certain places tend to be a little bit more
Extra.
stiff.
I just feel
It's
like if you
probably
have
the
to
word.
sell it to me, is it that big of a name? But then again, I didn't live
Yeah.
over there. I don't know that area. But
Yeah,
that's
I mean, and because of the
that makes such a
proximity to the
big
White
deal
House,
about
it's just a
that.
lot of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they made such a big deal about that place as being something, and I was like, I don't know what the hell this is.
I mean, it was better than a smoke bar that Ashley keep bringing them to. It was
know.
just cute.
Yeah,
I was-
That's true. A BYOB place.
As
I've
long
never
as
seen
it's
that on
not
Housewives.
ours.
Like,
Yeah.
right, like how you always showing up, you bringing your own hookah, your own liquor. I'm still on Robin with the half a bottle.
See what I mean? Low rent, like rent's definition.
And there are so many nice hookah spots in DC.
Oh.
So many.
All right,
That
so
Willard, I can't.
have you ever bought a house from your pastor before? Like, I'm just like, and then $4.75 million in cash. Like, what does Chris really be doing out here? Like, 4 houses and you just
I
paying
don't know.
all
She got on the
cash?
right train though.
Okay.
Right? Go,
Well,
girl.
first of all, let's talk about this goddamn train, because this here for me was where I had to just drop the mic on Monique as just a person. Because like the rapping at the Willard, like that's like love and hip hop shit. Like I'm
Yeah,
here
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
It's
I'm
campy, but girl. I never asked to marry for fame and money, and I'm just so tired of being judged. Like, girl, what?
No
Do you
words.
Hear yourself? Like, here's where Ashley needs to be. Maybe sometimes you need to take consideration from what people on the outside are telling you. Girl.
It's like I'm crying
No.
because I'm rich.
What?
You
It's
can't say
fair.
you can't say
pressure.
I'm a boss and I have 15 houses
Yeah.
and then cry about the statements that you just made.
Yeah.
And then she slammed the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Real good, and he had no reaction.
He was
The
just like,
husband
you,
got no
you don't have to
You
cry,
would not
baby.
be talking about my mama on national television
That's what I'm
at
saying.
all. I don't care if I ain't like her.
I'm like,
I mean, I do, but I'm
As a
just saying.
pastor, like, ma'am, you're about to sign for a $4.75 million house. Why are you crying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
And
in
he
the
took
name
the
of
bait.
Jesus.
He
Tears
took
don't
the bait.
belong here.
He took the bait right away. She knows just how to play him because like that, he went right in and everything was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
She knows exactly how to play him.
Don't cry, baby.
Deepest voice. He's got like, the deepest voice in TV.
But I'm here for what Pastor Chad said, and he said, offer yourself in humility, apologize. I was like,
That's a
I don't
tactic.
know.
That's a
I'm,
tactic.
I'm uncomfortable with that relationship.
I am very, like,
Like,
it was
it's
just,
a
Which
little too
relationship?
involved for the pastor for me to be
But
my
that's a-
realtor, my counselor, my everything.
They know
it's
all
so
your
old
business.
school. Like, that is a thing, though,
Yeah.
especially in the South. Like, they'd be,
Really?
yeah, with
Oh,
pastors.
they know
like-
all your business. That's how people. That's how the streets are talking. There you go.
Oh, no, the church be talking more than the streets
really
be
Well,
talking.
Ashley need to be up in the church.
Okay.
So she can collect her next bit of gossip.
That's what you get. All the good after show, all the after tea from church and the pews and
Pastor.
the pastors. All right. On that note, let's head into predictions. Good word.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
I didn't really like the trailer for next week. I thought it was weird. Like, you're not giving me juice. I need juice.
Robin is gonna have a back and forth with Ashley. How long?
Finger in the face.
How long is
Finally.
that gonna last?
One episode.
Hopefully, we get something. Like maybe the trailer was bad because the episode is going to be good. That's what I'm predicting.
I kind of just wanted to push her down just one time. I know they don't like
Ashley,
compliments,
you
but I
know,
just kind of
Ashley-
just can you just put
Someone like
One
bow
broken-
I just
head.
want this for Robin.
One
I
broken
want this for
fingernail.
Robin.
One broken fingernail.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Karen's a motivational speaker.
Yeah, I looked up what that was. I was curious what she was speaking. It's about sexual violence,
Yeah.
and she speaks about her experience. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a housewife staple. They have to go in and have a lead. What do they call it? Like the guest speaker at these
Right.
charity events. So this show is checking that box with that next week.
It will be nice to see Karen interacting with the girls again because I still feel like for most of this season it has been Karen, Real Housewives of Potomac.
Right. Even at the game night, she didn't want to talk to
No.
the girl about the drama. She wanted to
I
hang
do
out with
need for
Ray.
her to mix it up a little bit with the rest of the girls.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like she was so much last season that she probably like looked at herself and was like, "Oh, I can't be like these kids out here."
But that's what we want.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's what you
That's
got
what we
hired
need.
for.
Exactly.
Come on, Karen.
I know.
I just want really, honestly, like one super mega housewife show where they just take like a couple from each season and send them on a trip
All
somewhere.
of Andy's favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would just be
Like
too
an I
much.
Love Money after all the rejects from all the dating shows, they throw the best ones in. Yeah.
They just-
Ooh, who would you guys pick for like just pick one person from any city? Who would you pick?
Giselle.
I would pick Giselle too, so I won't pick that one since you did that.
Nene.
Tamra. I think she'd do good.
Oh yeah, I
Definitely.
love her.
That's a good one.
I was gonna
Who
go
from
with.
L.A. Beverly.
I was gonna go with Kyle, but I'm gonna say Kim Richards.
Oh,
yeah. Wow, yeah.
And
Yes.
then OC.
Oh, you already said
Tamara.
Tamara. You can't
Yeah.
get any better than
No,
Tamara.
Tamara would.
And if we
'Cause
had to
Vicky
go
would
with
just be
Jersey,
Oh, that show, please.
I'm gonna say
That's like
I'm
three
gonna
quarters of the
pick
way
a
dead.
wild
I don't know
card.
who the hell.
I'm gonna pick a wild card and say Jacqueline. Because Jacqueline is not afraid to like go crazy.
Yeah.
True.
I
I
say
feel like
resurrect-
Teresa's a little too tame now.
I think
Yeah,
you're gonna
she's
resurrect
changed.
Kim G. Remember her,
Yep.
the old lady?
I wish that Kim
Resurrect
G
her.
and Kim D were on the show.
And fuck it, throw Drea from Mob Wives in there. Like, why not?
I was thinking that too. We need a mob wife in there.
Yes.
Let's get a basketball
Shake it
wife in
up.
there too. Jackie Christie.
Tammy.
Yep.
Jackie Christie.
I mean, just come on. Let's reality TV
Let's
death
do it.
fights.
Mash
I'm
that
here
would be
for it.
unreal.
That would be
would.
great.
Like Vicky Gumbelson versus Jocelyn Hernandez.
Oh,
like, for what?
yeah. I'm there now. Like, let's not the show.
Vicky
I'm
would
there.
just be like, all right, guys, we love you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up on iTunes, subscribe to the podcast, give us 5 stars if you love us, 4 if you don't. The other ones don't work. You guys can hit us up across all platforms at AfterBuzz TV, and you guys can keep in contact with me at DJ Jesse J.
And you guys, I just wrote an article about Real Housewives of Potomac, some big moments on the show, jokes moments. It's over on hayu.com, HAYU.com, and check me out on my podcast, Grant's Rants Hollywood Talk.
And find me on Instagram at Roving Realist.
And you guys can stalk me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye.
Hey, also make sure you guys check out our sister network, Black Hollywood Live. We just did the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta on Reality Check. Hey, till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Thanks for having me.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.